straight ahead on 12 News. What makes a great graduation speech?
All that hard work has paid off, not only for me, but for our entire class, and I'm excited to get to share it with them.
We get insight from the commencement speaker at Armstrong High School. Plus, an unusual discovery by a garbage truck driver in Brooklyn Center. But first, the Hennepin County Attorney announces whether charges will be filed in a Plymouth officer-involved shooting. 12 News starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. No charges will be filed against a Plymouth police officer in the shooting death of a man inside a restaurant last summer.
Officer Amy Thurkelson was answering a call for help with a man having a mental issue at an Arby's restaurant. The Hennepin County Attorney's Office says Thurkelson and 3 Arby's employees wrestled with Derek Wolfsteller inside the restaurant. She used her taser against him twice with little effect. The County Attorney's Office today released a police dash cam video of another officer racing to the scene, where you can hear Thurkelson talk about her gun on the police radio.
6714 emergency traffic on the south lane. We got one fight trying to get her gun.
Prosecutors say witnesses and lab tests confirm Thurkelson's story that Wolfsteller was struggling to get the gun. His DNA was found on the holster and on her belt. County Attorney Mike Freeman called it a tragic case, but he said no criminal charges are warranted against the officer since it was reasonable to conclude that she had to use deadly force and able to protect herself and others in the restaurant.
Brooklyn Center police responded to a bizarre emergency early Wednesday morning.
I've been a police officer in Brooklyn Center for about 11 years now, and this is the first time I have heard of anybody getting caught in a dumpster.
Officers were called to this holiday gas station off Xerxes Avenue North and Bass Lake Road around 3:30 Wednesday morning. A garbage truck was emptying a dumpster when the driver noticed a man inside the trash compactor on the back of the truck. The man was stuck, so the driver called 911. Emergency crews had a hard time getting the man out of the truck. They also had to struggle to save his life.
Initially, he was responsive, but that quickly turned to unresponsive. So officers at that point, once they noticed the change in the male's condition, began CPR in the garbage truck until the back gate of the garbage truck could be open.
Police think the man might have been homeless. He was taken to the hospital. His condition is unknown. Also in Brooklyn Center, authorities were looking for a man wanted on financial fraud. It was part of a metro-wide search today for those with outstanding warrants. The offenders have been arrested for everything from drugs to assaults and robberies. But now law officials are looking for them because they're in violation of their probation.
They need to get back into the system, get in contact with their probation officers, and if there's some people out there watching right now, just turn yourself in so you can avoid the hassle of having all the police come to your door.
Efforts today will lead to multiple arrests. There are thousands of outstanding warrants in Hennepin County each year.
Drivers, get ready for more closures on Highway 100. This time the impact is on the northbound lanes. Starting Wednesday night, northbound Highway 100 will be reduced to a single lane between 50th Street and 44th Street. That will remain in effect until Friday night. Then the northbound lanes will be closed entirely through the weekend. The full closure will stretch between the crosstown Highway 62 and I-394. The northbound lanes will reopen by 5 a.m. Monday. During the closures, crews will be working on bridge decks.
Aging schools in the Osseo district are leading to long-term plans to put more money into maintenance and updates. Schools such as Osseo High School were originally built in the 1950s, and while there have been many newer additions to the school over the years, there is a need for increased spending on maintenance. The school board is considering a 10-year plan that would invest $20 million per year on facility upgrades. That's up from the current level of around $10 million.
Our interest too is to make sure that we remove obstacles for the classroom. Heating, air conditioning, lighting, that sort of thing, that they're dependable, they're efficient, and that people don't see them as an obstacle but as an asset to the district.
There are a total of 32 buildings in the Osseo School District. The average building age is 34.5 years old. A decision on the long-term maintenance plan is expected next month.
Brooklyn Park-based ABRA Auto Body and Glass is going to great lengths to find workers. The auto body repair company is offering applicants paid apprenticeships and full-time jobs after completion of its training program. The Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Journal also reports that the company is offering $2,500 cash rewards for new hire referrals. There is a looming workforce shortage in the auto body industry due simply to fewer technicians and retiring baby boomers. A roof is one of the most important parts of a building, yet it's easy to take it for granted until it's too late.
In today's Money Savers, Delane Cleveland has more on what you should know about extending the life of a roof and keeping your overall costs down.
For the average person visiting a local strip mall, their primary concerns involve the goods and services provided by the businesses.
This building's about 8,000 square feet.
But talk to the property manager, Matt Streeter, and one of the things that runs through his mind is the condition of the roof.
More than you would think, actually. Every year we're budgeting and figuring out long-term what we're going to be doing roof-wise.
It's a mindset that officials from Mint Roofing say more people need to have, regardless of whether it's a residential home or a commercial building.
I like to use the analogy of the dentist. Do you want to wait till it hurts, or do you want to prevent it from hurting?
In the case of any roof, experts say the key to prevent damage is to make sure the water drains properly.
3 times a year, check your gutters, your eaves, clean that out of leaves, debris, trees, everything. That's the most important thing you can do to your house.
Tristan Lundblad inspects rooftops for Mint Roofing on a daily basis.
Yeah, I did a recent inspection on this one.
He says residential roofs have a lifespan of about 20 years, and commercial rooftops can last up to 35 years, but they still require inspections.
At least once every 3 years on a residential roof and once every year on a commercial roof.
Those inspections can identify a variety of issues.
That helps make sure that we don't have wet ceiling, wet carpet, wet walls, things like that.
For Streeter, a little preventative maintenance on his properties has gone a long way.
Over a couple years, you can be saving anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000 just in repairs.
For Money Savers, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Experts say the cost of repairing a leaky roof is 2.5 times more expensive than the cost of preventing a leak. Meantime, the Minnesota Better Business Bureau recommends people do their research. A roofer should be licensed with the Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry. Coming up, the speech of an Armstrong High School student's life.
Then later in sports, Maple Grove baseball team gets set to play for a section championship. We will hear from the Crimson.
But first, it is heating up. It starts to feel sauna-like on Thursday. We'll be right back.
It is graduation time for high schools across the Northwest Metro.
And of course, every graduation needs a commencement speaker. Eric Nelson caught up with an Armstrong student who will be addressing her classmates on Friday night.
Graduation speeches can have many messages.
Change it until you are satisfied.
Some are serious.
It's your life to live, so revolve it around your ambitions.
Some are motivational.
We all have the same 24 hours every day. What you do with it is up to you.
Hey, any idiot could do that.
And some are downright comical.
It was tough for me, so back off!
Honesty, integrity.
Alexa Johnson is giving Armstrong High School's commencement speech on Friday night.
I'm looking forward to getting to say some last words to all my peers. Our entire childhood has been...
Alexa was chosen to give the speech after winning an audition.
From the very first moments,
she knows graduation night is a snapshot in time, and addressing her classmates is a huge honor.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really proud of our class for getting through the year with no disasters or anything.
Alexa has prepped for the commencement by studying other speakers on YouTube. She will blend seriousness with humor.
I know a lot of people are going to have some heavy emotions, so keeping it lighthearted but also being sincere is important because it's kind of like my goodbye to school. But as we set off to enter into
Alexa's message to her peers is simple: pounce on future opportunities.
We're getting pushed out into this crazy world with lots of opportunities, and you can choose to do with those opportunities what you want, and you can make something great out of them. So you just got to take everything that comes to you.
The back lawn here at Armstrong High is empty right now, but on Friday it will be jammed with about 1,000 people as they listen to Alexa give her commencement speech to the class of 2016. In Plymouth, I'm Eric Nelson, Channel 12 News.
After high school, Alexa will go from speaking to singing. Next fall, she begins taking music classes at Marymount Manhattan College in New York City. Kind of makes you want to hear her speech, doesn't it?
Yeah, she said there will be a lot of emotions, and I'm sure that's true for parents, too.
Exactly,
Yeah.
just a little peek there. Yeah. Coming up, sink or float, the outcome of a unique boat-building lesson in Brooklyn Park.
But first, the celebration is on at Wayzata. The school's baseball team is headed to the state tournament. John Jacobson has the details next in sports. Well, it is a good time of year to have everything working. The pitching is good. Apparently the hitting is good, and Wayzata's on their way.
They are on their way to the state tournament. They have some time to rest up now, and they're in good position. They're excited to go to state next week. Wayzata's baseball team has combined a great pitching, timely hitting, and good fielding to fashion a 20-3 record this season. The Trojans were the top seed in the Section 6 4A tournament, and they face St. Louis Park in the title game Tuesday. Wayzata already beat Park once in the tournament, but the Orioles strike first in the game. Riley Dvorak hits a fly ball to right. Danny Dice makes the catch, but it's hit deep enough for Jimmy Arms to tag up and score. It's 1-0 Park after half an inning. The Trojans tied in the bottom of the first. Will Oberg slices a hit to right field, bringing home Parker Lavacek, and it's 1-1 after one. And Wayzata breaks the game open in the second. Cameron Keenan grounding a single inside the bag of third and into left. Cody Getters and Jarek Briol score, and it's a 3-1 game. Next batter is Lavacek, and he hits a ball to left center field here. Danny Dice and Keenan will come home on this play. Lavacek will take second on the play, and just like that, it's 5-1 Wayzata. Griffin Schneider is up next, and he'll drive one deep to right center field into the fence. Lavacek scores. Schneider goes into third with a triple. Wayzata gets 6 runs in the inning, and they lead it 7-1 through 2. And that's more than enough run support for Brendan Brody. The right-hander goes the distance, getting a ground ball out to end the game. Wayzata advances to stay with a 9-3 win. Experienced game by last summer's American Legion ball team helped this group.
Definitely did. We returned a lot of guys from that team, so our confidence coming into these games, we don't have the butterflies that a lot of people would usually have. And I think we just kind of know how to win. I think we've got it and we can do it.
Several other teams from the area are playing for section baseball championships. Tonight, Wednesday, at CHS Field in St. Paul, Champlin Park plays Tutino Grace in the Section 5 4A final. The Eagles need just one win to advance to state, the Rebels 2. Thursday at noon at St. Anthony High School, it's Heritage Christian against top seed Legacy Christian. The Eagles would need just one win to take the section championship. The Eagles beat Legacy earlier in this tourney. The state tournament in all 4 classes starts next Thursday. The Maple Grove baseball team will play for a section title Thursday evening. The Crimson is the Section 8 4A championship round now, and they're without a loss so far in the tournament. Maple Grove will face Elk River in the section final. The Crimson need one win, the Elks 2 to take the title in the double elimination tournament. Maple Grove has won its past 2 games in the tournament by 2-1 scores over Brainerd and Elk River. While the offense has sputtered a bit, the defense has allowed just 4 runs in 3 playoff games.
Well, I'm glad of where we're at, kind of sitting in the driver's seat, but it's kind of been an ulcer getting there. A lot of close ball games, 1 runners, and our offense has kind of been going to sleep for a little bit, so hopefully that gets turned around.
There is a benefit to staying in the winner's bracket. While Elk River had to play a game on Tuesday, Maple Grove is well rested. They haven't played since Saturday and have ace pitchers Brett Schultz and Bubba Horton ready to go.
Perfect. I mean, both of them right now, pitching-wise, are top 5 in the state at least, maybe the best 2 pitchers in the state, really. And with the defense we have and the sticks we have in our lineup, like I can't picture anything better.
It's nice having a little bit of a break. That game against Elk, it's a really good game, but getting that extra kind of couple days of rest, it really definitely helps. It really does.
Maple Grove and Elk River meet at 6 p.m. Thursday at St. John's University in Collegeville. A second game would follow Thursday if Elk River wins the first. The state softball tournament gets underway Thursday morning in North Mankato. Hopkins faces Spring Lake Park in the Class 4A tournament at 9 a.m. Thursday. In Class 3A, Benilde St. Margaret's will play in the state tourney for the first time. The Red Knights play Matamidi at 11. The semifinals are then played Thursday afternoon with the championship, third place, and consolation finals all on Friday at Caswell Park. And we will have highlights of the Breck SBA State Class A tennis final Thursday starting at 4 here on 12 News.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Up next, a boat building lesson that turned into much more for students in Brooklyn Park.
And we'll be right back.
Welcome back. It was sink or swim or float for some industrious students in Brooklyn Park.
Now, the big question for them, will the kayak they built work? Here's Neil Persley.
I like tying the little parts together.
That's awesome.
This will be the maiden voyage for this newly constructed kayak.
There will be no taking off your life jackets. Got it?
On this day, the ducks at Sunfish Pond had to share their watery playground.
There's a really fantastic core group of students from different middle schools in the Brooklyn Park area, and they came twice a week to build the kayak.
Colette is a program manager with Urban Boat Builders. She provides the know-how and the guidance. Working since February, she estimates the kids put in about 280 hours on the project.
You see them get frustrated and stick with it and try different things, and you see them communicate with each other and talk to each other and learn how to collaborate so that they can solve the problem as a group.
And they learn how to use power tools, hand tools, and they also learn social emotional skills, which is a big component of the program as well.
But the kids didn't know they were learning life skills. Mostly they just thought
it was fun.
It was the culmination of a lot of work and team effort with a payoff at the end. Michael Ferguson was the first to ever take the kayak on the water.
Being able to take the boats out and ride them, it's not like you make them and then you just present them. You don't get to do anything with them. It's better to be able to actually ride what you worked on.
In Brooklyn Park, Neil Persley, 12 News.
Yes, they float. Brooklyn Park will offer another building session this summer through Urban Boat Builders. This time, students will construct a stand-up paddleboard. You can contact the Zanewood Rec Center for more information. Fun and learning something along the way.
Yeah, good-looking kayaks, too, they
really
built.
was
Absolutely.
cute, That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We will see you back here again Thursday, starting at 4.